Halloween Ends is the greatest Halloween movie, period. It's better than Halloween Kills. It's better than Halloween 2018. It's even better than the original Halloween from back in 78. Yep, you heard me right. This controversial Halloween Ends film is better than John Carpenter's original, which came out 80 years ago. And it's for one simple reason, folks. One very simple reason. I'll be more than happy to advise you of why Halloween Ends is not only the best Halloween film, but one of the greatest horror films of all time. It's because Michael Myers is the worst part of Halloween. I said it. I brought what everybody knows, but everybody's too afraid to say out into reality. It's like going to an AA meeting and confessing that you're an alcoholic. It isn't real until you say it, but you know it in the back of your mind. Every single one of you listening to me right now know that Michael Myers is the worst part of Halloween, and the movies without Michael Myers are better. That's why, despite the fact that the old goon only has about 9 minutes of screen time in Halloween Ends, it remains the most tightly written, the most emotional, and the hardest hitting Halloween film to date. The original was garbage. It's trash. And most of the pointless sequels that followed were trash as well. I mean, let's be honest here, folks, right? Out of the originals, Halloween 3 was the only good one, and that was because it didn't have any Michael Myers. It's almost like that charisma vacuum wearing that white Captain Kirk mask isn't great for the franchise he debuted in. And Rob Zombie saw this. Rob Zombie's Halloween and especially Halloween 2 are some of the greatest films of all time as well. But he completely changed the Michael Myers character. Nobody wants this lifeless, soulless, walking zombie prodding around with a knife, killing for no reason. No, we need motivation for the character. We need to understand his psyche. We need to understand what's going on. And that's why Halloween Ends is so good. We get Corey Cunningham, which is a way better name than Michael Myers to start with. And we get to see him literally, this is not hyperbole, he literally stomps Michael Myers in a street fight. Like, he curb stomps him. Michael's this weak, frail old man, missing fingers, living in a sewer eating rats. His time has come and gone, and Corey Cunningham's time is now. He's a young upstart killer looking to be on the rise, and he did Michael a solid by allowing him to share the screen with him. He really did. And there are all these quote-unquote Halloween fans online complaining that, this is a horrible Halloween film. Michael's barely in the film. Corey shouldn't have been the main character. They don't see the genius that David Gordon Green put forth into this film, okay? Let's be very honest about one thing here, folks. Let's be very honest about one thing here, okay? Whether we're talking about Michael Myers from the original Halloween or we're talking about Michael Myers from Halloween Kills, it doesn't really matter. He's the same boring, white bread, bland character that nobody likes to see. I mean, in Halloween Kills, most people don't realize that was a satire film. David Gordon Green was doing commentary on it. They basically made him the Terminator. They made him the John Wick of serial killers. Okay? Nothing could kill this guy. Nothing could phase this guy, let alone in the fact that the film immediately prior, right, he got half his hand blown off from a shotgun. Like, Halloween Kills is a satire film, but it was a terrible satire film at that. Halloween Ends is a masterpiece that should be etched in the annals of history forever. When our time on this planet is gone, and we have returned to dust, and the alien civilizations send down pods of scouts to figure out what type of history or what type of civilization was here, the first thing that they see, the first thing that should be stowed away in a vault is not the Mona Lisa. It should not be ancient texts or anything like that. It should be a copy of Halloween Ends, and that will tell them every single thing they need to know about the height, about the absolute pinnacle of filmmaking that we were able to reach as a unit, as a country, and as a species. This film, I've already seen it a dozen times in the theater, despite the fact that I have a Peacock subscription. Right? David Gordon Green has struck gold with this film, and he should be commended for his efforts. Avatar 2 doesn't stand a chance. If I was James Cameron, I would delay Avatar 2 into 2023, because the fact remains, Halloween Ends is not only the greatest horror movie to come out this year, it's not only the best sequel to come out this year, but everybody loves it. anybody who sees it that I talk to, they're so enthralled and they're emotionally fired up about what the film does. It's amazing. It's incredible at what it does. I love it. I'm going to go see it again right now. Halloween Ends is the greatest, the definitive, and the absolute pinnacle of the Halloween franchise. I'm so glad we killed off Michael Myers. So now we can get back to what makes Halloween good. Deep, captivating characters with strong emotional bonds, very, very thickly interwoven plots, and character drama. That is what will always be the defining force of a Halloween film.